is Dimo, also go by Bromid, B-R-O-M-I-D on Twitch and Twitter. I'm here with my couch, the illustrious couch here, and we are going to be showing off StepMania Tech. Now, what is that? You will see very shortly. We will show you. It's a showcase run. We'll show it off. We've seen other parts of StepMania in the past. We've had 4 keys, which were done with fingers. We've had not ITG, which was mods play that Spooty Biscuit, Windu showed off. Speaking of that, Windu, couples as well. So what Tech does differently is it's really all about patterning and all about accuracy. So I'm gonna let my couch dive into that in a little bit. Just really wanted to quickly shout out all the fans out there. GDQ themselves, thank you for making this bonus game happen. We can't wait to show it off. I can't wait to get really sweaty and try my hardest to get some world records. So with that said, I just want to give one shout out before we start, and that's to Chris Stanford. Chris Stanford is a developer who created StepMania, which is an open source way of enjoying 4-panel dance games back in the early 2000s. Thank you, Chris, for what you put together, and it's awesome to see the community keep on making it survive and thrive in the year 2023, guys. So with that, I'm gonna toss it to the couch to introduce themselves. We got Vincent ITG, we got Toph, and we got Telperion. Guys, excited to have you here in my house.
Yeah, what's up? I'm Telperion, or Telp for short. I have been a dance game player, content creator, tournament participant, and organizer for almost 15 years now. I also live locally to demo, so we become StepMania workout buddies from time to time.
Is this a dance party? Кто не печатает дэнс, це мод-чат.
The community-driven B-music source, and also Crossbeats,
Тут, получается, не дэнсер?
which also featured in GDQ's past. My specialty is the doubles mode, which is either 2 controllers with 2 hands or 8 panels with 2 feet,
Дэнсеры плюс
and there
чат.
are special charts written for that mode.
Ну, в смысле, эмодзи надо запостить какой-нибудь полезный.
Like the Super Smash Bros. Melee community, but what you probably didn't know was that my first video game community that I was really a part of was actually the StepMania community back when
Как
I was
там,
like
Данила, да ты crazy? Так вроде бы.
I really got
Ну
into
чё?
Melee in college, but in high school throughout I was basically more of a
Crazy.
2DX player and honestly like a StepMania
Так, ну время будет 1:20, я даже не знаю.
And I actually, it's cool that I'm doing this because I actually really like, there was less of a distinction back then in terms of like the different types of charts, and I was mostly making them for people playing on the keyboard. But I really liked that technical style.
Просто, видимо, чилим. Какие есть еще варианты?
And you know, really make sure that I was hitting these interesting rhythms that, you know, were in the songs that I was making maps to. And so it's cool that I'm doing this because I like seeing how far that has been pushed.
Yep. And then I'm Vincent ITG, normally just go by Vincent. I'm a longtime rhythm gamer. I started playing 2005, but probably didn't get involved with the community until 2016. I'm really involved with actually the
длинные представления какие-то, что там.
Since I've recently moved to the Bay Area, my main contribution is the International Timing Collective, which is kind of our home for 4-panel kind of technical play. Actually, people I meet these days don't even really know that DDR is still played, and then StepMania is even more niche than that. So to see our game community, like something I've been really passionate about for honestly like the past decade.
Mega dancer.
Like this to show off is just like amazing. So I'm just really stoked and really honored to be here.
Should we start the run?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Ура, они начинают. Мини-камера по центру забавно выглядит. О, пошел движ. Непрекращаемый джем.
Although honestly, I think a lot of people, you know, played DDR back in the day, so they're kind of familiar with how it is. You're good to go.
Cool. Yep. So this is a level 8. The run's gonna go up to way higher than level 8, but we thought we'd start out with something that just introduces dance games to you. So without further ado, why don't we go ahead and count down the timer?
Так, давайте посчитаем по таймеру. И 3, 2, 1, поехали.
So, as I was saying earlier, StepMania is a rhythm game where you hit steps that go along to the music. Arrows will scroll from the bottom of the screen to the receptors on the top, and once the arrows line up with the receptors,
Basic.
is when you hit the arrows.
Да, я пофиксил этот, поставил себе low latency обратно.
Fortunately, you don't actually have to, you know, keep your eyes super fixated.
Поэтому мне должно нормально быть. Хорошо, что людей много. Это значит, что, скорее всего, все дэнсеры будут свежи.
takes the song from being
Для
purely an
танцев.
auditory experience into like a kinesthetic, like a more immersive experience for the dancer.
It's an art style, honestly,
Неизвестный
where
для меня
they're
трек,
creating,
но
like,
как бы,
physical expression of
разве это
how
имеет
You know, Dimo likes to
значение?
refer to it as interpretive dance.
it is interpretive dance, almost like a choreography, right?
It's a choreography.
Yep. In this game, as far as scoring goes, it's not enough just to hit the notes. You get rewarded for hitting notes
Разве это
perfectly
имеет
on time.
значение?
So perfect score requires you to hit all blue fantastics, but only allows you to be early or late by 15 milliseconds. So for your standard 60 FPS game, that's a sub-frame error. After that, white fantastics are 23 milliseconds, and the window just gets
Так,
bigger
кажется,
from there
нам
for
объясняют
the
сложные трюки, как здесь все выполняется. Значит, они посчитали количество кадров, где что можно выполнять, ничего нельзя выполнять.
Yep.
So every step within 6 frames. Remember that.
Yep. When we're seeing the way that Dimo's playing this game, it's
Каждый раз мы
possible to move as
наступаем в
efficiently as we can.
течение
With
6
an 8,
кадров.
it's really simple, but
Ну,
we're gonna
точнее,
crank it
видимо,
up all the
в
way
один из
to
6
4
кадров,
frames,
потому
right?
что
So
там
a
быстро
lot of,
пролетает мимо.
you know, alternating your feet whenever it's
Почти
possible, trying not to
кадра
be set back
идеально,
in the center,
как говорится.
staying close in center, maybe not even trying to hit too hard, because some of these notes have like over 1,000 steps that happen in the span of as short as 2 minutes.
Yep. And also, even
Ничего у
even
нас,
within the
кстати,
bar
достаточно
features
громко
here,
на стриме.
you conserve energy as much as possible. In fact, a lot of the charts these days are designed to be played with the bar.
Yep. So wow, that looking at the score, that's only 3 notes
Кстати,
away
можно
from a perfect
подкрутить.
score.
Вов,
3
добавь
notes,
весь,
out of the
несложно.
subframe, blue fantastic
Yep.
window.
So let's look at the score screen just to get familiar with it a little bit. This just shows all of the judgments. Right now, Dimo got a perfect score on this song. A lot of top players really just go by
Типа,
how many errors they made rather than the score itself.
Большой
So,
разницы нет, что я
slang in
тут
the
буду
community,
говорить,
we like to
но
say that
будем это
Dimo
дуц,
got
дуц, дуц,
3
дуц, дуц,
on
дуц,
wandering,
дуц,
which is
дуц.
just the white count.
Yep.
Мне 4 утра, у вас 6 утра, так что у вас в 6 утра как раз отличная зарядка. Встали, подтянулись, упс. Не, на всю не надо, естественно.
Yeah, if I ever say I got 3 on
Не
something,
поймут
you'll know
люди.
it's like 3 greats.
So yeah, so that's our first 100% of the
На
game, which we-
100%
and we
прошел.
call it quad star, 'cause there's
Разве
4
он
stars,
не
so
гений?
that's a quad. What I'm gonna do together with my partner, for every score I get that is 4 stars, we're gonna donate $100.
Whoa! Whoa!
Score that's 3 stars, which is 99 to 100%, or rather 99 to 9999. We're gonna do 75. 2 stars, 1 degree lower, 98. We're gonna do 50. 1 star. will be
Короче, чем
25.
хуже они
So
пройдут,
I'm gonna get all
тем больше они
blues,
будут
which is
донатить.
plus or minus 15 milliseconds.
Богатые
I'm gonna
люди
donate
вообще.
$420.
Whoa! Okay.
Потому что они там почти за каждый ран по $100 закидывают.
Cool.
Мало
So let's
того,
see what
что
draws in store next for us.
м,
I believe this next start is Soft Ignition.
$100, dude.
очень много донатов собрали на то, чтобы просто показать этот ран, так они еще и сами закинут кучу денег.
We'll thank the charters, everybody who created content at the end of the run. This is again all a grassroots game. This is a grassroots tutorial. That's all I'm going to say. It's a tutorial for tech.
Так, значит, следующий трек чисто введение для новичков.
So here we go.
Давайте
Yep, this is
посмотрим.
Soft Ignition, tech tutorial.
Ну, он, наверное, на самой высокой
Both
сложности будет
and the
играть.
chart was written by the same person.
Yep,
As
and-
the song.
Yep.
Yes, and I think, yep, we're good to go. And I think the one thing I
Пальцы
wanna
вверх,
express is
они
that
готовы.
A lot of the entire like community creates the content themselves, and because of that, now we can get really creative with the types of patterns that you get to use. So now there's like this whole vocabulary. For example, brackets. Dimo's actually angling his feet diagonally to hit 2 notes at the same time. That can actually be used to hit even 3 or
Какой
4
здоровый
notes at the
сон.
same time.
Yeah, 'cause the
Чел.
old logic was if there's 2 arrows, you
Утро,
gotta jump.
значит, все
jump,
проснулись,
jump,
и
jump.
пора
Not true anymore.
Yeah, here are
джемить.
double taps, which are when you hit 2 of the same note really fast on the same foot. Yeah, double steps
Вообще,
are
это,
when you hit
конечно, не
2
самый
different
лучший
beats with
джем,
the same foot.
но какой есть.
Jacks, it's just anytime you hit more than 2 notes with the same foot, and we call them that because they make your foot move like a jackhammer.
Right.
Step jumps here are just
Но
anytime
вообще,
that
если
you're
это
moving
трек для
kind of in and
новичков,
out of normal
то что-то очень
notes
сложно.
and jumps. And here we get a little break from being technical. This is just a stream, which is a continuous run of 6
Ну,
notes.
накинул
So
немножко и
really
нормально, потому что, в
nothing
принципе, там
complex
громкость
about it other than
хорошая, а
the
так,
density.
видите,
Crossovers here, which are actually stable
чуть-чуть
to
еще
tech.
накинули, получается.
Anytime that you're turning your body
А
to
может
the
быть, ты
left
не то
arrow with your
накинул,
right
может
foot or
быть.
the right arrow with your left foot.
Ну ладно, неважно.
Flams
You
here
did your
are-
best.
They're almost like jumps, but the note is just displaced a little bit, so you get a little grace note that happens.
Забавно, что
Foot switches are also
ноты
a modern tech staple.
чуть-чуть
You see two notes in a row that are on the
отличаются.
upper
То есть
down
они
arrow.
вроде бы
It
подряд
looks
идут,
like
но
it
на
should be a
самом
double
деле
tap or a jack,
это обманка.
but they call it a
Это
foot switch 'cause you can
типа
actually
разница с
alternate your
кадр.
feet on the up and the down arrow. Side switches are
Опасная
actually the same as foot switches, but on the
возможность
left and right arrow, where a crossover leads you into it.
потерять комбо.
And then bursts are a little bit vague, but it's just any time that there's a series of notes that's pretty fast relative to the normal BPM of the song. And then there's a little cute tech at the end called a hold switch, which takes advantage of the fact that the game doesn't drop a hold note immediately when you let go of it. So you kind of let your foot go over the hold and then come back onto the hold with the opposite foot. So that was a lot.
Чисто
I'm
почилить
not gonna
музыку
test you
закинули,
guys on
окей.
this at the end or anything.
There will be a pop quiz.
There will not be a pop quiz.
Прошел на
This is just to show off
98-92.
what I like to call the vocabulary of tech. And what's going to happen is step artists really like to use and mix and match different combinations of this. And I would say, honestly, if you want to see like a mind-melting combination of these, there is an incentive to play some
Когда
stuff
музыка
that
в лобби
really
более
pushes the limits. One of them is
лит,
Matt Silver, which is
чем
one
то,
of
что только
Dimo's,
что играл.
staple charts, iconic, maybe even infamous.
Infamous is a good word for
Infamous is a great word for it.
Музыка в лобби.
So if you wanna see him play Matt Silver, definitely get those donations in.
Speaking of donations, Game & Shout, you want to read a few?
Oh, I got you all kinds of covered. Let's take Viva Lamu here with a $50 donation. ITC Project Manager Viva Lamu here. Incredibly excited to see the StepMania Technical Showcase. It's truly fantastic how far the scene has come in the past few years, especially thanks to people like Dimo and other leaders in our grassroots community. In addition to this donation, I'll be donating $20 for every quad star Demo gets during the set and $50 for any quints in the set. Let's show everyone what we have to offer and make that disco pop.
В принципе, наверное, не зря названа категория StepMania.
Love you, man.
Showcase.
Right.
Или показ техник. Technical
The next
Showcase.
shot we have is Kill the Beat.
Yeah.
Going up in difficulty.
Yeah, this is the difficulty 9.
есть они,
is usually
получается, хотят
canonically
показать
where StepMania Tech enters expert territory.
техники, которые
So,
есть в дэнсинге.
We just saw a
We-
tutorial. This song is going to go deep on one type of tech. I'll let the couch kind of talk about that as I'm playing. So here we go with Kill the
Так.
Beat.
Будет какая-то одна крутая техника. Ну или
Oliver,
просто
what do you have to
техника.
say about crossovers?
Давайте
and-
послушаем,
let's
что он
talk
там
about
скажет.
what it means to write a good chart. So in the tech world,
Hang on.
we
Опа.
gotta change our speed back.
Changes the speed back.
Кажется,
So
мы
the game
потеряли
allows you to
скорость.
adjust the speed of the arrows, and players prefer to read it faster versus slower. So they
Just to
have-
space out the
yeah.
notes.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So crossovers.
Yes. So let's talk about crossovers for a minute. So remember from the
Для
last
него
song,
было
the
слишком
crossover is when you
медленно.
hit the right arrow with your left foot or vice versa.
Накинул скорости.
So what happens if you leave the player situated in that position where they're turned? What happens with the next note? Which foot should they use to hit the next arrow? So there's a sort of concept of trust with chart writing, the chart creator to the chart player, right? You have to write the chart in a way that the player knows that if they
Ну
perform
окей,
the
это уже
technique,
что-то.
they'll be rewarded for it. They'll be able to face the screen again, or the tech will resolve.
Yeah, we can actually see here that Demo's turning his body a lot, but still feels very comfortable and very flowy, right?
Yep. And it's not affecting his ability to time the chart at all either. So this chart does a lot of interesting things where it chains crossovers together. You don't get to.
В общем, они объясняют, поясняют за билдинг или построение уровня, наверное, по-русски будет правильно. Что они хотят, чтобы мы обратили внимание на спидранера, который, или скор-раннера, наверное, правильно будет сказать, который определенным образом двигается, очевидно. То есть построение уровня или то, как приходят к нам стрелочки, сделано определенным образом, так что мы как бы доверяли потоку, так сказать. Соответственно, это...
And is it fun to play? And do people want to play it, right? And a lot of this is the pattern resolutions just make it a
Они
lot more fun
объясняют,
to
как,
play.
ну или этот уровень должен прояснять, как правильно построить стрелочки для композиции. Получается, не просто ты там натыкал стрелочек, как захотел, но надо делать так, чтобы это чувствовалось
So what's really interesting there is like I totally lost my place because I was
Видимо,
trying to do all the
танцем похоже.
crossovers. In a normal competitive setting, this song's tempo is so slow that I would actually double step everything. So if you remember from the beginning what a double step is, it's way easier to do all the 8 notes as double steps instead of doing all the crossovers. But this chart really emphasizes the technique, so that's what we're showing off.
Yeah, eventually we'll get the charts where the crossovers are so fast that double stepping is actually harder than
You have to
doing the turns.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're gonna go into the next song. The next song is one difficulty higher. It's a 10, and this one really introduces crossovers plus a lot of other stuff.
And up next we have shoes. What are the arrow colors, anyways?
What are the arrow colors?
We'll see the real difficulty of this when we get into it.
Yeah.
This one's good to explain in context, I think.
Yeah. I would say this chart is my nemesis. It's a very polarizing chart in the community.
This is very
Так,
difficult.
этот уровень называется «Что же такое
I'd say this chart is my
стрелочки?»
nemesis. Something that you may have noticed is that there are different colors on the notes, and the note colors represent the different
Divisions of the beat that there are. Right.
relative to the beat, right? So red notes are quarter notes, which are on the downbeat. Blue notes are eighth notes, which are between the downbeats, and then they kind of divide further from there. Purple notes represent triple bass rhythm.
В общем, красные стрелочки должны бить в бит, синие стрелочки должны бить между
so
битом.
many different colors that it makes you taste the rainbow. Yeah.
And I'm seeing a lot of teal.
There's a lot of
Which is
teal.
everything.
Так, еще есть голубые, и что они значат?
So look at this freeform rhythm section.
Ну да, если это все-таки ритм игра,
How would you even go about timing a section like this?
I don't.
то
Bad
таймить
at the start.
I feel like when
и раскрашивать стрелочки нужно определенным образом.
almost start playing them almost more visually.
Yeah.
Where you're like,
Yeah.
all right, the arrows are just coming and I'm just stepping on them and they
Right.
might not go to the beat very well at all.
However, the vertical distance of these arrows still reflects the distance in time between them, right? So if you're a good player, you might just focus on the spacing and use that to time your steps instead of trying to focus on what color they are.
Yeah. I come from a very musical background, and I would say that if you were trying to notate this on a piece of sheet music, you cannot. You just can't. You just can't do it.
It's all those little extra lines.
Yeah.
But it's not throwing Demo off that much, right?
Yeah. Still holding only 8 excellence. On
Only
this.
8 excellence. Only a 2.5 frame window.
Ой-ой-ой, мисс.
Yep. Just one miss, but still keeping time. Yeah.
Монка Гига.
At this
Nice.
level, usually getting a miss is more just like a form error rather than timing error.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If it was just like barely in the wrong place, didn't
could hear
trigger
the
some
stomp.
electronics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guarantee when we look at the results screen, just like these guys are saying, that was a held miss. I wear size 12 shoes, so my toe was just on the left arrow, and I couldn't trigger it again, so I got a miss.
Yep. If you
Like
look
the
at
game
if you look
thought
at
it was
the
down the whole time.
right,
Oh, was it? Oh, maybe I just missed the arrow.
I think-
Sometimes that happens.
it's true.
Sometimes I miss the arrows, but you know.
But if you look at the scatter plot, so we have this nice scatter plot feature in the graph.
I think that feature is so sick.
You can tell that he wasn't off time in that section.
Какие-то
He
крутые,
just happened to
сложные
step too lightly for
статистики.
one single arrow, and the rest
Ничего
of
не
them were blue
понятно.
fantastics there.
All around that vertical red line are just blue dots.
Yep.
Because if it was like way off, you'd see a dot just out in the middle of nowhere. Which
Right.
you
Exactly,
don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're like starting to get off time, they might creep into the white and the gold and the green, but not here.
But yeah, this kind of score on the spot is crazy. I've never seen 8 excellence on my screen in my life.
I get 8 excellence before I start the song.
I probably get 27 white fantastics in the first 25%.
Yeah.
And I'll finish with like 80.
Should we talk about Club Fantastic a little bit? Because this is another Club Fantastic song.
Tell me about Club Fantastic.
So Club
Кажется, он
Fantastic
что-то
is a
подкручивает.
free-to-download DRM-free collection of songs with art and steps contributed by the community. What else is there to say about it?
It comes with a package installer for StepMania.
Yep.
So
And-
it's super easy to set up.
Yep.
You just download one thing.
Yep. Or if you play the game through an engine called ITG Mania, which
Yep.
is at itgmania.com, the Club Fantastic songs come
Сенсу
pre-installed with that
поправляет.
as well.
Не говори.
All right, the next song, we're going up a difficulty again. It's an 11. And this is an interesting
Так, это
new way, I think, of
сложность
making charts
11.
for this community,
Не
which
знаю,
is,
это
again,
много или
StepMania.
мало. Ну,
We got some
наверное,
influence from
много.
not ITG. So, if you remember that run with Spooty, it's that world crossed with our world. This is the result. So let's see what happens.
Кажется, это переплетение нескольких разных
I do love talking about
типов
this, yeah.
Yeah.
дэнс программ, судя по всему. Переплетение, так сказать.
So there's a lot of knobs you can pull and turn and twist when you construct a chart, right? You're not only limited anymore to where you place the steps and to what rhythms, but what else happens in the game engine, right? So you can
Забавно, выглядит забавно.
like if you want to accent some part of the music, you can make them like flash white briefly or adjust their position.
Or the arrows can spin.
Make them do like cute little movements here and there. Like, and it just makes it that much.
Стрелочки туда-сюда двигаются немножко некомфортно, на мой взгляд. Но нормально, спидранер справляется. Скор раннер. Ну, визуально это да. Видите, стрелочки разбежались. И снова собрались. Даже стрелочки джемят, чат. Даже стрелочки джемят. 1-2 поспамит. О, но.
Yeah, we were talking earlier
Chat
about
is
how
dead.
step charting is a form of art where you create expression through movement. And I think TechMods now expands that expression through visual arts.
Yeah. It's funny because like I feel like at the beginning, even things like BPM gimmicks, you know, where like there's like a dramatic part of a song, a drop, and like you know it slows down.
Yeah.
And it doesn't actually influence what.
Выберите какой джем и мод.
Visually, it's you know.
Speaking of influencing visually, there's a section coming up here that may look extremely difficult to parse, but watch how
И чуть-чуть поспамьте.
Whoa, what's going on?
Воу-воу-воу.
Don't worry, guys. Your streams are running normally.
Yeah, this is not a bitrate issue.
Yes.
160 рублей заплатили. Чисто за 160 рублей. Стримчик. В этот час вас не забанят за спам. В принципе, у нас и так не сильно банят за спам. Самое время поспамить. Уэу. Стрелка с другой стороны прибежала. Новый ПБ 9994.
In terms of non-blue fantastics,
Did you break it?
it looked a little broken for a minute there.
It did look a little broken.
Quick selfie, quick selfie.
All right, let's go.
Wait, chat. Close to the camera, chat. We're taking a selfie.
Let's go.
Ближе к камере, чат.
Nice. Pose,
Это селфи.
nice. Yeah, 13 whites.
We have time for a couple more donations here, I think.
I got plenty of them coming. Quick update on that StepMania incentive for the 4 site read bonus charts. We are now over $25,000 out of the 40,000 to get that.
Yo, let's go.
And there are more incentives yet to come once we meet that. I see a $5 donation train rolling. Let's keep that train
Да,
going.
это разогревочный.
Train. Choo-choo.
Следующий час тоже будет пободрее, наверное. Не знаю, может быть и нет.
Magic in the Dark sent in $5. $5 for a PS5 and more StepMania.
Вей Ноу, кстати, тоже танцует.
Right now. Get you in to win the PS5. Quinsley sent in $50. $50 for 10 PS5s? Quinsley, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that's not how it works. But thank you so much for that donation and keep them coming.
So if you want to see Demo read charts that he's never seen before, has no idea what kind of steps are going to be in it, that's what that incentive is for.
I promise, at the top level, nobody is memorizing these charts. You know.
Yeah. You might
know like
a little section.
Yeah, you might know what's going on in it. Like I have a vague idea in your mind of like what was there. Like you know it's a bracket chart.
But
you know it's a whatever.
If you want to put Demo through the gauntlet to play,
Yeah, don't take my word for it.
super hard chart that he's never seen
Up to
before. Charts that I've never seen before.
14 block rating.
Definitely get those donations in to get that incentive.
Димо это один из...
This song is a level 12. We're up again, +1 again. This is a song that I authored with another friend, ITG Alex.
Один из этих, как их зовут?
The song itself is a collab between the illustrious T. Lopez and the cool Dylan James.
And it's from Club Fantastic once again, so I hope you enjoy.
Что у нас? Ритм игра. Да. Димо это одна из ритм игр. В принципе, ну, мне вроде нет треков для ног, для дэнса.
Definitely about the items that you break in the Legend of Zelda.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's also about those things that like control sensitivity.
Что происходит с кнопками Монка
Yeah.
Гига?
Yeah, if you said pod in the melee community, that's definitely the first thing people think of.
Correct. Yes.
I hate when my pot is misaligned.
Precisely.
Yeah. What do you have to say about what are like the main themes of this chart? What makes it so difficult?
There's a lot of like small
Чё-то сложно.
visual tweaks that are being done to it. Like nothing as extreme as the last song, but
Ну, звучит
you'll notice
круто.
that,
Ooh, look at that burst.
it pauses for a
Jam.
moment, goes on. There's a lot of just various techniques that you might have noticed from the tutorial are starting to blend together now. You have foot switches and side switches. You have a couple brackets here. There's a lot of crossovers coming up. There's a fun little accent here for the vocal sample so you can identify.
I really like how the step author is using mines, which are those like, you know, the
orbs.
circles, which
The
are
orbs,
not
right?
supposed to press, to indicate to the player, hey, this is when you should foot switch. That's like a cool little bit of communication almost from the chart with the player.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's there for.
Забавно. Они говорят, что мины, которые типа как орбы, на них типа, ну по сути нельзя нажимать, но это что-то вроде способ общаться с игроком, говоря им о том, что пора сменить ногу. Ну, то есть, получается, видимо, либо рисунок меняется, либо еще что-то, не очень понимаю.
What in the world? Not a single excellent in that.
Хорошо двигается. Скорранер наш.
It's wild to be able to watch this, like in person or online. This is insanely idle play.
Mistake. That was all my fault.
One mistake.
It was right after the...
Один грейд всего лишь.
Gimmick arrow.
Those bursts are at 16 notes a second.
Gimmick
Паттерны
arrow!
крутые, да.
Why are you there?
Was
It
that
was
you or
your
was
fault.
that-
9-9-9-1.
Sometimes when there's all fantastics except for one straight error, we either call that 19 and change, or some of us just like to call that a quad because we knew we could have hit that one note anyways.
We'll get it later.
Yeah,
Just gloss over it.
We'll figure it out.
You can run it.
Best of some of best.
Run it back another time. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, to see bursts at almost 17 notes a second and to still have that level of control and timing is very, very hard. That's definitely like a top tier kind of skill set.
It's at the point where you can't just like, you don't only use your brain power to parse, you have to also be physically capable of doing that thing with your feet.
And to read the foot switches and the brackets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing spectating that is just
Настолько
like
сложные треки, что недостаточно уже просто умственно следить за рисунком. Нужно чувствовать поток.
Absolutely. So y'all know, we just crossed $1.4 million for the marathon.
Wow.
These donations keep coming in. Keep the train moving. Just past $28,000 on that ad for site read, bonus charts, incentives, and more awesome stuff to come. Mr. Mosty Toasty sent in $25. I'll take 5 of your finest cars on the $5 donation train, my good conductor. I've also got, what was this? He Who Am Is Are Myself sent in $150. Demo, you are an inspiration. I found the ITG community through Spoody's GDQ showcase in January, and you, along with everyone else, have pushed me to new limits every day. Since I started, I've lost 70 pounds, and that's only secondary to what I can do now and all of
донаты
the
про то, как
friends
кто-то
I've made
похудел.
along the way. Thank you
Ну,
for
слушайте,
all
если
you
танцевать
do for
каждый
the
день, да,
community
можно
at
похудеть
large.
жестко.
Thank
Отличная
you so much. You're
зарядочка.
gonna make me emotional. That means the world. Thank you so much for sharing that. We appreciate you. Stick around.
Yep. Gotta rub the tears out of your eyes because the next song is even harder.
The next song will make me cry because it's a 13.
Следующая
and we're gonna be
композиция
hovering around
заставит
13
его
and harder for the
плакать.
rest of the run. So this is about as hard as it gets for the main meta of play. I would not say there's a lot of people getting 99s on songs like I'm about to play right now.
It's content for the 1%.
Correct.
Yes.
Great way to think about it. It's the cultural elite of
Сейчас мы увидим контент для так называемой элиты. Для 1% сообщества. Никто, кроме самых жестких дэнсеров, не дэнсит под такие биты. Все готовы. Monk X
parsing it and executing it wasn't enough already.
Yeah, like how do you preserve your timing, like a good sub-frame perfect timing when you're tired?
Yeah, something I have a really big issue with is that when I'm fatigued, my brain muscles slow down and I can't process things as fast. So to be able to juggle all of those responsibilities all at once and, you know, construct it into one run is really, really demanding.
It's a lot.
That's kind of why I'm happy we got like that shout out. Like that, it should be said that the physical component is awesome. Like the fact that this game is also just really good for you.
Yeah, and the way
you will be in good shape.
The only way you can train stamina is you play more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you recently get a pad?
Yeah.
I did, yeah. And
Ой-ой.
it's for my cardio.
Пошли мэши.
Oh yeah.
Все еще 0 миссов и 0 грейтов. Ага, 4 грейта пошло. Один мисс.
Yeah, these 30-second note bursts are even faster than the last song. 21 notes a second per burst.
21 нота в секунду. 15 миллисекунд на движение.
Between these 30-second bursts and the 24th burst is actually very tough to discern.
Still holding up really well though.
Как же он хорош.
And don't be fooled by this break, it doesn't last long.
It never does.
Yeah, another thing that separates Demo from maybe intermediate level players is that he's able to put full effort through this song, and that's really just like, just building stamina, right?
Yeah, we haven't really talked about the life bar too much yet. It's pretty strict. If you get 10 misses in a row, it will drain from complete to empty, and you'll fail the song. But it's not as hard to.
Это одна из тех композиций, после которой ты чувствуешь себя истощенным, абсолютно пустым.
And you need the stamina to keep your timing up.
Удачи заучить тебе паттерн кеклы. Недостаточно выучить, нужно еще мочь исполнить. Так что просто enjoy. Хук джем. Пикардрус флекс.
I also want to draw your attention to the mid-right side of the game screen where you can see the global leaderboard.
Близится конец.
Second place.
Second place. Only by probably 1 or 2 arrow mistakes, though.
Исполнить договор не входил. Соглы.
Wow.
Ура.
Insane.
Ему в конце такие.
Nice. He's got half a run more of charts at this caliber to play though. Maybe more if the incentives are met.
The crazy thing was like that was
Если задонатить дополнительно.
And you see like because I think it was like yeah there.
Осталось еще 10 тысяч задонатить.
Or 99, oh, sorry, 99s. Yeah. That's actually a really cool feature, even tracking. Did you ever remember like the date? Like, ah, yes.
И тогда мы заставим его танцевать еще больше. Больше танцев.
That was during the event that Viva Lamu, who donated, Vincent, we got TGUSB, we got Tommy Doesn't Miss.
Nice.
All those people put on this giant event. That May time period is like the climax of the event. Like we were going hard like at the end. So
Endgame.
Yeah. And you can find out more about that itc.dance. All right, next 13.
Oh my god, symbolic.
Brain check.
Проверка
мыслительная, образовательная, эрудированная, головная, мозговая, проверка.
Because the song is very like incremental, right? It's like here's this beat, and I'm gonna add one thing to it. I'm gonna add one thing to it, and the chart kind of functions the same way.
It just gets harder and harder
and harder.
Yeah, and harder
and harder.
Этот бит будет все сложнее и сложнее и сложнее. Все сложнее, 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 сложнее. Погнали.
An arrow and a freeze, which is an arrow with a tail. You have to use the foot that's not on the arrow with the freeze and kick the foot that is on the arrow with the freeze out of the way in order to be able to hit that as the chart writer intended.
Is there a name for that?
Жесть получается. Для того, чтобы нажать на клавишу, нужно ткнуть свою собственную ногу. Иначе
As the
не
song goes on, we
пройти.
start to introduce extra techniques around it. We have
Реально
brackets.
Bone Zone.
It's just like
That's
Tom
awesome.
said, it starts to layer in things kind of each phrase, right?
Yep. We have
But
some
that
crossovers.
That
Yeah.
basic thing remains.
Yeah, before we get into the end, which we really just want to pay attention to, Demo is just like so good at this chart, it's unreal. I think he's known for playing this chart a lot, to be honest. For the online tournament that he was talking about that I ran earlier,
Только что-то музыки маловато.
there's only one person that even came close
Только
to
тут
touching his
слышно.
score, and even like the top 16 players in the world
Может
were
быть,
not even coming
из-за
close to it.
того,
So,
что тихо.
yeah, he's definitely kind of famous in the community.
Не,
for
это
being
чисто тут
particularly
музыка.
good at this chart.
Ну ладно.
It's not as physical as the last one, but it's definitely like it's all in your brain, and you
It's
still
so
have to be able to execute.
confusing.
Yeah. This ending is impossible.
Tell, I ranked 26th in the world, and I don't know how to read this. I can't do it.
Well, we're about to watch it happen, so
Человек, который sидит на
Here's the
стуле,
hardest chunk coming now.
топ-26 мира. И он не знает, как это читается.
imagine tapping this out on your
Это не
keyboard,
читается.
or some imaginary pad with 2 fingers because you have 2 feet. Like, what am I supposed to do here?
Something I do wrong a lot is on those up and down foot switches that are like 4 notes long. I start them on the wrong foot, and then I'm just screwed. What in the world? 9 white?
Call 911 now.
Call that.
Мега Денсер 999 0.
9 whites,
Как
I
же он
think,
хорош.
matches the second place score that people had 3 months to accumulate their best score. And Demo just got it in 1 shot.
I mean, I've seen you play that chart a bunch of times, and I think that's the best I've seen you score on it.
I watched his actual best on this, which is 2 whites.
Jeez.
2! 2
And no X's, no
mistakes.
breaks.
Like I said before,
One
we
of
call
each, but
this
still,
we
4
call
mistakes.
this 9 and change.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 9 and change. So
Yeah,
we
and that
care
was
about the
2 and
9.
change.
Yeah. What in the world?
What's your heart rate, Demo?
Yeah, how's your heart rate doing?
It definitely peaked at 190, I think. Yo, chat, what did my heart rate peak at? You tell us,
Yeah.
Yeah, do we
Donate
want to
with what you
get
think the heart rate peaked at.
Love
another donation in to give Demo a breather after that?
Oh, I got plenty for you here. That hype train is still rolling. Herminator sent in $50. Did I hear $5 or $50 hype train? Yeah, well. Look sent in $25. Here's to chasing down and stepping towards $1.5 million raised. We're at 1.406 now. Keep it coming. We're also up over $31,000 on the site read charts incentive. Let's see, I've got $5 here from Carly HB. So pumped for the StepMania showcase. Let's get those bonus charts. And He10 sent in $25. Big
Пока
ups to
этот
my
трек
Bay
играл,
Area
1500
dance game
задонатили.
pals. Wild to see the intersection of my friends with an iconic melee
Таким
commentator
темпом наберут
with so
еще.
much rhythm game lore.
Yo, shout out to 2.5 South Asians.
Thank you, He10. Love you, buddy. All right.
Demo, you feeling ready for the next song?
Yeah, the next song is like deep in sea.
Следующая
but-
композиция. Етить он мокрый сзади.
It's unique. So actually,
Если чё,
normally,
эта футболка
a lot of
была
step artists
абсолютно
look for music,
сухой.
and then the charts emerge from that.
И
This is
не
the
пахло.
opposite, I feel like. The step artists we have in the
Как
musical
же он
release of
припотел.
Paradox had a chart idea that they wanted to represent, and I think the music emerged out of that.
I think that's accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think all I want to say about this is if it was like 20 seconds longer, it'd be a 14.
Yes.
Really?
Could be. Yeah.
Кажется, у этой композиции уровень 13. Если до этого было 11, было достаточно сложно. Теперь 13.
A lot of hours of practice.
Your brain needs to expand so much to hit these rhythms, and you'll see kind of what the theme or the gimmick is
Yep.
of this chart, right?
After this, we got our first 14. Stay tuned.
Oh no.
It's only going up from here.
После этого
Yeah, so it starts
нас
slow,
ждет уровень
but it ramps up really
14.
fast.
It ramps all over the place,
Yeah,
to be
on,
honest.
on top of being the peak, I would say, of rhythmic timing and difficulty, it's still really fast.
It's really fast.
It's 140 BPM, 30-second notes at that speed are insanely fast. 24s at that speed are also fast.
Бит
Let's go
140
to this
секунд.
first run here. Let's see what's going on.
На этот раз 130 пока что. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой.
Yeah, so what's happening here is, yeah, so in this chart, there's gonna be a few moments where the song
Фантастика.
really starts to feel like it slows down or speeds up. But what's happening is the BPM actually stays 140 constant. And then what the step artist is doing is using kind of different metric modulations and quantizations to simulate the feeling.
Движение ног, когда, типа... Чисто попробовать зашел.
Look, I've never seen
Ноги разбежались сразу же.
at this point in the song. And so they're really gonna push the limits.
Дали ему немножко передохнуть.
That ramp back up is so cool.
I love that feeling.
It feels so good.
Everything just feels like it's kind of like stretching and compressing.
Yeah.
And listening to the steps when it's happening just makes it sit so much better too.
And like I said, constant one.
Реально
this is
поддержка.
all rhythmic modulation.
Right.
Yeah.
It's insane how much control you have to be able to like cycle between all these rhythms on the fly.
With speed.
With speed. It's sub-frame perfect time.
Конец,
Again,
сейчас будет.
like I don't want that to slip from people's minds.
Фу.
6.
What?
Excellence.
That's a PB.
No, no.
It's gotta be.
No
It's gotta
way
be.
6 is my best. I mean, yes way it is.
Yes way. Yes way.
Yes.
You know the answer to that one.
What?
Woo! It's a new record.
Wow.
That's
Победил свой
Oh
рекорд.
man. I get 6 just like looking at the first run.
Хорош, мега хорош.
Do you need another breather?
No.
No? Yeah.
Yeah, one donation.
Let's get some donations in.
All right, let's go with a big one here.
Так хорош, что мега хорош.
Stardom sent in $573.
Красава, мужик.
Ajikin here. It's so
Крепись.
good to see Game & Shout hosting
Еще
another
40
rhythm game
минут.
showcase, and I can't
А
think
потом
of
еще
anyone better
дополнительно.
to showcase ITG StepMania than Demo and everyone on the couch. Welcome to the Rhythm Game GDQ Club. Water is in the fridge. Good luck on your run. Can't wait to see you soon. Let's get some good old ITG. Shout out to the DDR and ITG community, rhythm gamers all over, GDQ, and shout out to the democracy.
Let's go, Ichiken.
Thank you so much, Ichiken. We love you, man.
Also, quick check, we are over $32,000.
Пока этот трек шел, заработали или закинули еще 800.
We gotta get it. We gotta get it.
We gotta get it. The site read content was made just for this run. Dima hasn't seen it. I haven't even seen it.
I definitely haven't seen it.
I've seen
Новый
it because I helped
контент,
coordinate it.
новый. Его
You
сделали
want to see
специально
these
для
charts, they are
ГДК.
ridiculous. And the
Скорее
music is
всего, в
really
первый
good.
I mean,
раз
to be honest, like, I used to talk
будет
with my friends about, like,
пройдена
the
эта
best
карта
rhythm gamers in
вообще.
the world. How do they do the
Это
first time they see a
140
chart? The first time they play a new song.
ударов
Like,
в
very rarely do you
секунду.
actually
В
get to
минуту,
see
в
that
минуту.
happen.
Не в секунду.
And I think that would be, we could today.
See it. Yeah.
I have no idea what Top Parents put together.
Неизвестно, что произойдет
By the way,
сейчас
there's one more 13.
на наших
It's in
экранах.
here 'cause it's fire, so I'm not gonna say anything else.
Но
It's such a dope song.
представляете, как он уже
Once again,
сейчас,
Micro, thank you
насколько
so
сейчас
much
он
for all the
устал,
music you make.
и насколько
Let's get it.
сейчас следующий
Satya,
трек его
we gotta
вымотает.
talk. Is this really a 13? Did you look at this chart and you really thought it was a 13?
Why would you say it's a 13 and not something else?
Yeah.
Is it because of like just there is a ton of tech in this chart. And no break from having to think about.
На ваших глазах прохождение вслепую.
I think this is actually a perfect time to start bringing up kind of historically how the
Повторю,
technical meta
прохождение
evolved. Back in the day, let's talk about
вслепую.
brackets, for example, right? Which is, you know, rotating your butt diagonally to hit the left, like, 2 arrows at the same time. We used to really just only use that to accent, you know, really, really major hits in a song.
Думаешь,
But
за
the
бонус
musical
говорили?
kids, they don't really know about the history, and so they don't play by
Ну,
those rules
мне
anymore.
кажется, именно за
And
этот
so
трек
this
говорили.
is, I think, a great
Ну ладно, проверим в
representation of what
конце.
the modern meta
Если в
truly
конце
looks like.
будет скор у него, то значит про бонус говорили. Я все набрал. Но все равно. Джем.
They just don't care. And so this really, really pushes kind of mixing tech together and like using your brain power a lot.
Yeah, we like to call it the kitchen sink method of charting.
Yeah.
But it's always very interesting to see, like, we have a slow but constant influx of new players and new content creators, and it's interesting to see what they view the corpus of.
Ну да,
content
шансы
that's already
есть,
out
что
there,
это не
like,
вслепую, конечно.
What do I do to make what's in my head?
Ну либо он и настолько жесткий,
paper
конечно,
on
да.
the game for players. How can I extend what's already been done or just take it in a whole new direction? This is a really good example of that, I think.
Holding 23 whites and 3 excellence through 18 notes per second verse.
You have to get through Nitro's rhythms. Nitro is an interesting example. They play a lot of rhythm games. They've also composed and charted for a lot of rhythm games. So they know what makes a rhythm game song and a rhythm game chart.
Dude, this song just gets me amped up. There's something just like really, you almost like Bunner's high, euphoric feeling of just the steps feeling right, the energy is high, listening to the music, you're getting your body working.
His body's definitely working. Look at that crossover. Look at that whole body shift.
Yeah, no issue on these side switches. And swinging.
Hold side switches even. What is that? Excuse me.
Ooh.
Have we talked about
Жесть. Посмотрите на это движение
They're
ног.
like hold, but you have to keep tapping them to keep them active.
Right. You can drop a roll by not paying attention to it.
Whoa, single digit excellence.
Хорош.
That was really good.
9.980. Да, это был не первый раз. Ладно.
I mean, 99.8 is like not a score that
Значит, все-таки
pops up regularly.
я услышал неверно.
Yeah, kind of more community lingo. At the top level, we really like to.
Все равно
It's
поддержь.
like a milestone to hit a single digit, let's say white count. So we call those single digit whites.
Yep.
But for really hard stuff, you might not be getting scores like that. So
Yeah, single digit excellence. Single digit greats.
yeah, single digit.
Even like if it's hard enough, yeah.
Yeah, single digit misses even I'll accept.
Yeah. So
Such a fun chart. Justin Talkion, thank you for that chart.
yeah. Do we want to get another donation in?
We're gonna need it.
Oh, I got
Сложность
you all covered. We are
14.01.
closing in on
Туруруруруруру.
$36,000 out of the 40,000.
Go!
Moving. Keep that train going.
Еще 2000 подняли, пока был предыдущий трек.
Tickets to the $5 train. Let's get those spicy blind tracks, chat.
Еще 1500, пока оффлайн.
Blind tracks.
Star Rod Kirby 86 sent in $250. Let's go, Demo. I'm absolutely
Так, ну это точно аниме.
dance games on such a huge stage. From everyone at the dojo, the Bay Area, and the dance game community at large, thanks for being one of the best representatives for StepMania.
У меня скоро голова заболит мотать головой.
Thank you so much, Watson.
IRL.
Much love. Another super talented rhythm gamer in Star and Kirby. Thank you so much, dude. It means a lot. All right, 14, number one, chat.
14.
Here we go.
From here on out, Demo's actually only selected 14s to play, which is currently the highest level you typically see in tournament play.
And you're gonna see why it's the highest level that people are expected to perform in a tournament pretty soon.
Yeah. I would say at this level, there's no more concessions. At this point, you've learned all the fundamentals, and unfortunately, the only way to get better is to just get better at executing.
Do more.
There's nothing else to learn. You know, you've hit peak knowledge.
Yeah, you just gotta grind it
В
out.
принципе, когда мы прошли второй уровень,
So yeah, I mean,
мы
this is kind of like the
не
start
можем
of
ничего
where
больше
14s
выучить.
are.
Во
This is
втором уровне
considered
были
kind of
все
like
техники.
an easier 14, which kind of sounds like an oxymoron, but
It's easier on
Дальше
the brain,
только
it's harder on the
pure
physical,
skill.
like the physicality side
Самый
of it.
чистый скилл. Налитый.
Very strenuous.
Налитой.
Close to 1,000 steps, if I remember correctly.
yeah, and this style charting also very kitchen sink, right? Yeah. Every technique mixed in every possible way you could imagine.
Every sound
Так, кажется,
accented,
175
every
битс
phrase
per
meant to
минут,
do the
но
player
вроде было
like a
написано
certain
14.
way.
О, красота.
Love this triplet rhythm.
Такие переходы мне
Probably
нравятся.
my favorite part of the song.
Feels so good.
Yeah. Toast, how do you feel like watching this? Do you feel like
Уйдить. И еще удваивается этот ритм.
Because I think the most impressive thing, like you kind of hit on earlier, is how even when the difficulty
Как же
goes up
без
this
шансов
much, he's
этот
still putting so
трек
much
вообще
attention
топ.
behind it.
guys, the steps
Топчик,
here are
топчик.
so loud.
Yeah. Like I would get so
0
tired
миксов,
so
если чё.
quickly, and I would be hitting these arrows like in the most lazy way, you know, to like just to stay afloat, stay alive.
And yet, like 5% or less of his steps are outside that subframe perfect window right now.
Right.
Like, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, flip switches on these holds.
And some crossovers, like you got twist. Twist at 175.
Два грейта. Опа, мисс пошел.
Dude, those brackets feel so good with the song. Yeah.
Наконец-то перерыв небольшой. Чисто анимешный трек сразу видно. Самый топовый. Погнали разгоняться обратно.
And you know, you mentioned some of these packs earlier for people who want to get started, and those packs will have easier stuff as well.
Right. Yeah. You don't always have to play the expert card.
True. And there's even a focus these days on like introducing techniques in easier charts to get used to them in a less intimidating setting as well. Because we started to understand that like people can't just jump in and like hit the ground running. They gotta learn how to execute a foot switch in an efficient way.
Тут реально приятный бит, конечно, был.
Wow.
Красота.
That's a really good run.
A perfect score.
99.5.
Yeah, man.
That's another $75, is it? From y'all?
Yeah.
I haven't even been counting.
I haven't been counting. No,
I haven't been counting.
Как же он
You're
хорош.
performing yourself out of
Yeah.
money.
Fortunately, the game is counting for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That song comes with a free cramp.
Do we want to?
I'll take a cramp to go, please.
Dima, are you ready to go again, or should we get a donation readout?
Donation, baby.
Let's get a donation readout.
Да, ему нужно отдохнуть.
$38,000 now out of the 40,000 to get those 4 site read bonus charts in, and there is more to come after that. Once we hit that, please keep them coming. JT Vandenbree sent in $500. You know Omid is the best. You're in for a hell of a show. Shout out to IHYD and the SoCal ITG OGs. Also, oh, sorry, go ahead.
That's one of my groups right there. Shout out to one of my groups and JT. Thank you. Go ahead, give me a shout.
That's awesome. Rob G023 sent in $50. 10 tickets for the hype.
1500
Always happy
осталось.
to donate to a great cause. Let's get that SMW special.
Как же они
world
собираются
after the
выжить
shuffle.
его?
Yes, we have lots
Он
of
уже
great
выжатый.
incentives on it. Open
Ну, они из него еще выжмут.
gamesandquick.com/donate. Click on the add incentive button. Make your money work to make this marathon.
Backfield.
Yeah, this chart's crazy.
Как насчет пройти руками? Или руками и ногами?
Yeah.
And that's all I really want to say about it. I'm gonna get so tired playing this. I'm gonna be
Этот
focusing.
трек
Y'all can be laughing at this.
сделан для клавиатуры, если что.
It looks dumb.
Руками
Like,
проходить.
have fun. I want
Но
190 also just like, I don't know, anecdotally, personally,
Но мы говорим
190 is,
нет,
like, kind
мы
of the
жесткие, мы
borderline
способны
of
это
a
сделать.
speed where I feel like, I don't know, this is fast.
It is fast.
You know what I mean? Like even
190 Монка Гига.
Like TDX or something. 190 is fast.
190 is very fast.
Even just comboing, right? Let alone trying to time it.
190 is the speed at which, like, you know, it could just be straight streams and it would still be pretty hard. But there are going to be complicated rhythms on top of that, which is just like that.
Yeah, look, the theme of this chart is hitting 2 notes with 1 foot. And this one really overdoes it.
I'd say it does it about the right amount.
I don't know
Жесть.
about that.
The artist
Он еще
is the
ничего
one
не
who composed the
пропустил.
song as well. So I mean, they made it to do this.
They had a vision.
Yeah, they had a vision, yeah.
Yeah, if you would show this chart,
Этот трек сделан для рук, если что.
getting into the technical side
Он
of things,
дошел до половины почти и еще ничего не пропустил. Даже, о, пошла первый пропуск.
But now this stuff shows up in tournaments. We have to get good at it.
Wow.
That's insane.
Definitely a lot of
13
brackets.
whites. The timing is ridiculous
Yeah.
here.
And I can't believe this is considered the
Тык-дык.
break. Yeah, why is the break so hard? Look, 3 notes at the same time?
Three, but he's got 2 feet.
Yeah. How does... Yeah.
See, angle at least 1 foot.
Yeah, but the other...
Two of them. You still have to decide which one, like which 2 you're going to combine on the fly.
Fortunately, the game
Жесть, по 3
combo
ноты
for every one of
бахает.
those.
They should. Let's go. Keep it up.
Ой, я чуть пропустил, но ничего. Он жесткий. Почти конец.
Almost there. You got 10 seconds left on the song.
Осталось 10 секунд. Ты сможешь. Держись. Миссы бьют по лицу.
Nice.
Фу.
Man.
White fantastic.
Yeah, baby.
Как же он хорош.
Yeah, I think those misses maybe...
I think the pad gods are not listening to us very closely right now.
Probably left arrow, right?
Yep.
Yeah, there's definitely... like,
Left arrow.
especially having a pad at home, there's definitely sometimes some maintenance you have to do. Look, we're here. I can hear the steps. I know that they're in time. You can pull up the foot cam. You can see
Yep.
that the...
Yeah,
His
you
foot
can
is
trace
definitely-
the scatter plot. You'd be like, there were blues around it. Blue
Yeah.
fantastics. I don't know what.
Кажется,
It happens sometimes. It's part of running the
Yeah.
game. It's like having a run that dies at a certain point. You know.
Yeah.
кажется, нам нужно подкрутить наш
Yeah,
пэд
it's, like, vaguely,
немножко.
like, reassuring almost that he gets tired.
Потому что они...
He's like, I'm tired. I'm like, okay, cool.
He bleeds.
It's like, yeah,
Yes,
all right.
yes.
You're not
Потому что они уже не регистрируют
Maybe he's a robot.
этого
These charts are hard
гига-чада.
for everybody, it turns out.
It's a showcase.
Это
Humbling.
не...
Humbling.
Yeah.
We want to have a pad maintenance
Скорранер
station if we
ошибается.
can.
Это пад не регистрирует его движение. Настолько он гигачат. Осталось 800 долларов до самого жесткого испытания в его жизни.
Put this towards the technical site read incentive. We haven't missed an incentive to put more StepMania at a GDQ before, and we are not missing one now. Take us to the other side, Twitch chat. I've also got D-Ron with $57.30. Hey, Demo, a real dog here. It's so exciting to get to see you on GDQ, sharing StepMania with such a wide audience. You are a beacon of the community, and we are so lucky to have you.
Не, of course ему это нравится, как бы. О чем речь?
By the way, hope to see Dog Bus.
Dog Boss is a song in a popular pack, but fortunately due to content we can't play it. But D-Ron, thank you so much. Everyone, thank you so much for the kind words, donations. We got our last official song of the run, so we could theoretically, I guess, call time when it ends, but let's get that incentive going.
Значит, смотрите, осталась последняя композиция. Последняя, вот сейчас будет последняя композиция, но если... А если, естественно, наберут еще $700? Да, эта композиция уже звучит слишком сложно. Жесть. Даже слушать сложно, он будет дэнсить под это.
GDQ, if you tapped out of the window for a minute to do something else, you want to be watching this chart. This is going to do all sorts of things.
Let's get the 99. Let's go.
Погнали, соберем 99. О, еще и движение, разбегающиеся стрелочки. Есть такие в чате?
Do you feel when the arrows bounce like that? Does it make it harder to time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But they're never.
Жесть.
It's a well-constructed chart. They are never unfair in the amount of distraction that they're trying to provide. Like they might grow briefly, but they'll shrink back to a level where you can like read them normally again. Right. If they flash white for a moment, they'll go back to being colored again, so that you can read the rhythms off of them. If they
Окей. После этого трека будет еще 4 жестких трека.
And you can deduce what you need to off of that.
I cannot overstate how difficult it is to play charts when the colors turn white. I depend on the note colors so much to know when to time things. And when the colors turn white, I'm just so lost.
I would say that this chart is like.
Комментатор говорит, что нет ничего сложнее для меня, чем когда стрелочки превращаются в белые, потому что цвета стрелочек реально обозначают движение. Жесть. Это, кстати, простая часть компа.
Hold the freeze down, but lift just enough so you can use the same foot to hit other notes that are happening at the same time.
Yeah, you keep the hold on your toes and then
use your heels.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of like you have 4 feet all of a sudden.
Yeah. That technique is kind of an extension of practice.
Yeah. Used to be frowned on by the community, and then we started building it into charts.
Now we do it on purpose.
Yep.
Мне очень нравятся ритмы последних композиций, они прям качественные.
Like the arrow spinning.
Up and down are already like hard to keep track of, and then when they're spinning, you still have to remember.
Блин, стрелочки еще крутятся. Полная комбо он ни разу не замиссовал. 99-46. Лучше он еще не делал. Гений.
Most of those greats and excellence came from one little part.
Also, I think that's time.
That is time.
That's time. Yeah.
If you
Покс
want time,
в чаты.
but I'm sorry, I need a moment.
All right, you can take a moment. I got some news if you got one.
Let's hear it.
What might that news be?
Don't get too stuck on that being time. You got at least 4 more tracks to go. We hit $40,000.
Ну, время возобновили. Еще 4 дополнительных трека. Вот теперь те самые обещанные треки, которые он не видел.
For $10,000, we now have an incentive just opened up. to add Matt Silver to the expo. $10,000, and it looks like we've got about 4 tracks left to do it. So, chat, audience, if you want to see Demo doing Matt Silver,
Так, кажется, там сверх этого челленджа на 40 тысяч накинули еще один челлендж на 10 тысяч долларов.
We need Matt Silver.
We need Matt Silver.
I don't think
We
it's
love
a
Matt
demo
Silver.
run without Matt Silver.
Remember what I said earlier about the really good players writing the really hard charts?
Demo
That
wrote
is
that.
Matt Silver.
Yeah.
That is Matt Silver. There are things in that chart that were never done up until that point in a chart before.
Yeah,
Because they were considered impossible.
there are only 2 things that are necessary.
Некоторые вещи считаются невозможными в том треке, который заказан за 10 тысяч. Вы готовы увидеть невозможное?
Yes.
I would think so, yeah.
Yes.
There's only one other person that's mastered it even close to that level, which I would say is CMMF.
Yep.
Getting a full combo on that.
The world record holder.
Yeah, the world record holder, CMMF.
But there's a video on YouTube of like a dozen people trying it and failing
All top players.
And getting
miserably.
frustrated.
And like slowing it down so they can work out what they're
Есть
actually supposed to
так
do and like
много
ghost
видео
stepping it out.
на
Him being
ютубчике,
angry and shouting
где
at
они
him.
пытаются пройти
I
этот
was one of those people.
трек
I
Мэтт
was like,
Сильвера.
I don't know what's going on. Like I can kind of see it, but I
И
can't.
топовые
do the
игроки не
thing.
справляются
I
с
just knew better
этим.
than to play it. And I just avoid it.
So we're gonna set up the site reads now. I don't know who made these steps. I don't know what songs they are, what the titles of the songs are.
Следующие 4 композиции мы не знаем, куда какие стрелочки, как что будут.
They were made this week.
Единственное, что я знаю, что их сделали на этой неделе.
They max out at 14.
Они играбельные. И это все, что я знаю.
That's what we're going to be doing. So I'll let tell me what to do. So I'm going to just open the folder and we'll go through.
Yep, so site read tournaments are also a pretty common thing in the community. You've heard of the mod site read tournaments that Taranuk and company run that are mostly themed around mods, but lately there's also been a resurgence of technical SRTs. There was one run in Illinois in the fall, and I've modeled the appearance of these site reads roughly based off of that. So there are some things to notice here. Number one, you don't see the title of the song, you don't see the artist.
Preview music?
You don't see who stepped it. There's no preview music. There's
Nothing. You get nothing.
There's a stand-in title that's supposed to like allude to what the song might be, but no other information than that. So you might know the number of steps or like other chart features, but that doesn't really tell you enough about the chart to like know like, oh, this is what I'm going to have to play when you get into it. So
It's not possible to memorize something you've never seen.
it's true. And if I did my choices right, he won't even have heard the songs before.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, yep.
Okay.
So
All right, what am I starting with?
you can play these in any order. You can kind of choose based on what you see on the screen. My recommended order is 1, 2, 3, 4, but
Okay, let's do it.
Reasonable. I like it.
Let's
Yeah.
do it. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, I'm nervous. Maybe what's my heart rate? 130. Okay, well I guess I'm not that nervous, but let's get it.
Let's go.
Thank you, Tel.
Погнали, погнали.
and thanks to the contributors.
Thank you, Ash. Oh my God.
And even the couch hasn't seen the chat. You haven't.
Бесконечная реальность. Трек на
So we
164
have here
бита в
another
минуту.
composed and charted by the same person. This is Ash Astral, who has been a StepMania content
О,
creator
качественный
for
трек.
many years and has also gotten into producing music, and they're pretty good at it. So this song is actually kind of slipped under the radar for a lot of people, I think. It's from the same event that Line Zeta was from, actually, the song by Nitro. And was composed for a Sound Full Text custom content contest back in 2019, I believe. So I'm not going to try to describe the chart at all. I'm just going to let it play out, and you can enjoy the song if you want.
Yeah, there's a lot of foot switches going on.
Yeah,
It's bracketing.
and a lot of brackets.
Yeah.
In streams.
I think something I get really worried about with sight reading stuff.
Всего
is that
два
I
места.
don't know where the easy parts are and the hard parts are.
What is this?
А он видит этот трек в первый раз.
Chaos drop.
Вот теперь он реально видит его в первый
Foot
раз.
switches.
Comboing all the way through this on a sight read.
Didn't blink an eye. That is not a common pattern. I don't know
Как
if
же он
another chart
хорош.
really has that.
Not at that speed or that capacity.
No.
For sure.
But you know Demo's skill set, and you're like, I think he should be able to handle this. and so you put it in the chart.
Have you ever even seen a pattern like that?
No, it took about the third or the fourth one before I realized how you were supposed to hit it.
Yeah. The concept of trust we talked about earlier with crossovers also just applies to mixed tech. I think the idea is you just alternate your beat, you know the general foot placements, you just hope for the best.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's also an extra element of trust in sight reading that they're not going to expect you to do something that's completely off your radar.
Yeah, like these crossovers, the music makes the same sound.
Первый раз видит этот трек, так что
The patterns are the same.
2 мисса это вообще ничего. С количеством идеальных степов.
Recognizing what the pattern is and how it relates to the music, and picking up on it right away so that you're ready the next time it happens.
Oh, here's that.
Yep. A second chaos drop. Crazy rhythm.
Skittle,
Ритм,
triple
да,
switch.
кайфовый
They
вообще.
compose the song, they know what it is.
Wow.
Фантастика. Как
Only
же
4 misses.
он
Very
хорош.
clean. Misses are like when you're sight reading a song, like you're not prepared for anything. You're quite likely to get misses, in fact, and just having 4 is ridiculous.
Yeah, so like I said, you have to recognize the patterns, right? And then be ready for the next time. Typically, it's the first one, you make a mistake and you're ready for the next one. But sometimes the first mistake, that's a miss. And so you just end up with, 8 to 10 different misses. Yeah.
Yo, Ash, that was really, really cool, dude. Thank you so much. Shout out to Ash. They're always making the coolest steps in music. Can't wait for the new pack that they're going to release.
Yep. We had some S charts lined up for the showcase before we started trimming, and unfortunately had to cut a couple of theirs, but I'm glad we got to have something in.
Yeah.
So.
Hit the challenge.
Yeah, should we get one more donation in before we continue putting Demo through the
Он
gauntlet?
уже
Is there anything the host has to tell us?
бахнул на челлендж.
I mean, I think we might have finally found something in this world faster than Demo's feet. And it's the donations. We hit 10K in one track. Matt
За один
Silver
трек.
is happening.
10К закинули.
Matt Silver is now added. But there is more to come.
Они его решили замучить.
Going to push Demo
Я
to
думаю,
his
конечно,
limits.
не без его разрешения.
Generator bonus chart.
Еще один дополнительный донат гол.
$15,000 for one more bonus
15
chart to
тысяч
get the
долларов.
generator added
На еще один
to
трек.
this exhibition.
Какой-то генератор.
Sorry, what difficulty is the
А,
generator again?
20.
17.
It's a 17.
We might play a 15 just based on my lungs, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We do
might-
have a
we
little
might
bit of a
show off-
gauntlet.
We can show off the 17, but maybe not clear it.
I guess we're going from $5 train to $17 donation train, right, chat?
Let's go.
We skipped right past 16, I noticed that. We're not even going to address 16s.
Yep.
We're going straight to 17s.
Dude, I've never seen a 16, and I never will.
Exactly.
All right, here's the second one.
To the day I
Second
die.
sight read. Second sight read.
Следующий трек, который он никогда не видел.
Oh my god!
Железные небеса.
So this is a collab chart between Beakers and Zaya. Beakers is known for writing extremely interesting technical charts, and Zaya is a very he's kind of famous in every stepping community because he knows how to write really good tech charts,
beat
really good
жесткий.
stamina charts. He's even done a couple stamina mods charts, if I remember correctly.
It's actually tough. You know how back in the day they had CD titles to track who stepped what songs?
That's right.
Yep. And so actually that's an additional level of detail. What is going on right now?
We have some
This
foot switch
first?
chains.
All right, I gotta see this before.
These are not jackhammers. You're expected to switch your feet for these. And some bursts just to make sure that you're reading.
Как же много надо подряд нажимать.
Switches from left dominant to right dominant.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Let's go, let's go.
Небольшой перерыв.
He's definitely getting the work now. Look at these gimmicks, dude.
Uh-oh.
This is definitely
Uh-oh.
the Beaker special, right?
That is the Beaker special.
What I was trying to explain to you is that the difficulty is not the only metric to invoke fear in you.
Чего?
Aha. Yeah.
Как вы видите
So we
это?
take a lot of influence from other rhythm games sometimes. Like if we see something that we like in a different music game, like a special visual effect or like a concept of some sort. But we
Не,
like,
ну это
I think I
нечестно.
can apply that to
Это
four-panel
просто
patterning in the
нечестно.
same way. And
И
so
это
Beakers plays a lot of
был
pump it up, so you'll see a lot of
простой
pump it up.
паттерн, и сейчас пойдет жестко вообще.
Even
Yeah, now we have. Hold on, this is a long stream. I just want to draw your attention to that.
Долгий поток, пошло дело.
Full of crossovers and
Side
foot switches and
Потекло.
side switches. But we're pretty confident that Beagle can handle it, and he is. He's comboing through this part. He's comboing. We thought this. We were like, we went back and forth for days with deciding whether or not to nerf this part.
It's so common.
One more.
One
7 measure.
When you're turning and twisting your body this much and doing side switches, it's so easy to
Ay, ay,
kind
ay.
of like misfires from hitting panels that you didn't mean to, but he's just comboing all the way through this.
There's more. Little outro.
Небольшое аутро.
Okay, let the song play out in its entirety.
All is to say, Toph, is that when I see the step artist
Качественный трек, качественные
is
стрелочки.
definitely a name that invokes fear regardless of the number.
I really like that aspect of like, oh, this person made the chart. Okay.
Он все еще прошел его на S+.
You know what's cool is I always thought that was a uniquely cool
Хорош.
about specifically grassroots.
Мега хорош.
Because you don't have that for like if it's all official from a company, that's all hidden behind some curtain, right? But
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know who to blame.
right, exactly.
You don't know who to
Хорош
blame.
трек.
It's gonna be like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah,
What's this supposed to mean?
I like to say that, not all 13s are created equal. I would say, I don't know what a good example is, but a Valix 13 is definitely not the same as any other 13.
That was that a 13?
I would say that is a
14.
pretty solid 14.
That's definitely a 14.
Yeah, do you want a donation before this one?
Absolutely.
If we got some time.
Oh yeah, I got him coming to you. Also, we are.
Я думаю, это будет out of
I
estimate,
saw
но
that generator was showing 20. It is 15. We are getting that fixed
даже
on
не
our
знаю,
end,
что
so
на это
sorry about
сказать.
that. And that is already flying, by the way. We are already over 1,800.
Ну и будет,
for
как
that
бы,
one.
и ничего
With
страшного.
donations like this $190 donation from
Всем
Inquiry,
доброе утро.
dollar
Это
matching
великая
runners
разминка
heart
на
rate.
русске.
What a ride.
There you go.
That's a
Great
good one.
donation, great donation. Thank you so much.
Подрубайте
DDR
под
Coder
колоночки.
also sent in $573. Wow. I'm pretty okay at this game.
Нас ждут
But man,
еще...
Demo is very okay at this game. Donation goes to sight reading. We got sight reading. We
Очень
got Matt
крутые
Silver.
биты.
Let's get generator. We're almost at 2K on that. Keep it rolling.
We are gonna wear this guy out. Oh my god.
I love all the 573 donations. Definitely a community kind of in joke. Dima, how you feeling?
Exhausted.
I
Как
definitely
же ты себя
got these to
чувствуешь?
listen with the idea that
И он
only one,
кричит,
maybe two
что
of them would be
устал.
played. So I apologize for how generous the GDQ community was. I don't apologize for that.
Yeah, don't be sorry.
Очень
Sorry, not sorry.
You know what else
Выжить.
I'm not apologizing for?
Oh my god.
Black Lolita. So you step this one.
Yes. And if that doesn't strike fear into your heart, then that's probably okay too. I mean,
Even just the musical artist, Black Lolita.
Трек
I've never
без
seen
названия.
an easy chart to any of their songs.
no.
It
in,
doesn't
in
exist.
fact, this is a boss song from a recent version of 2DX, actually. Demo also plays StepMania 2DX, but I
Oh.
picked on him not having played this version.
Пошла.
Oh! 24th at this speed is so ruthless.
So I saw in the menu, right, it was EBP, effective BPM 240. So that's what that is. Those 24s.
I can't do math that fast in my head.
170
Maybe.
times 1.5.
Maybe. There's a lot of the chart left to go.
Yeah. This is definitely music with threatening auras.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of which, I have a small confession to make.
Okay.
I lied about the display BPM.
No!
It's not just 170.
Oh my god, it's getting faster! Tell
Nice.
Он ускоряет.
Nice.
220, 230, 240, 255 ударов в
255.
минуту. Монка гига.
I see the inspiration from the 2DX chart, too.
He's handling this really, really well.
Как же он хорош.
Honestly,
Yeah. This is like we're going back to like this looks like it should be done on a keyboard.
Чё это было сейчас?
A lot of
Отмотайте.
stutter on that too.
Я не понял. И у него сейчас был второй мисс всего лишь.
A scary little outro. Just for you, Demo.
Как же он разваливает.
Oh my god.
That was
Как
a
же
really
он
good
хорош.
run.
Как же он
That
хорош.
was a really good run.
Star?
Star? Star?
Бесспорно. Хорош.
Or I should make it more.
We should have done a replacement. We'll do that. We'll do that next time.
That star is more money out of Demo's wallet.
On a sight read, no less. He didn't know the song, he didn't know the steps, and he got a star. And you're exhausted.
My least favorite part of sight reading is just knowing the pacing. I think when I play really hard stuff, I know how hard I can go. I know how much I can recover from a break. But with the sight read, you just don't know when those breaks are. So it's like,
You're always full force. Like,
Yeah.
you don't know what you're going to have to deal with.
but if I go full force, how am I supposed to handle the end? I don't have infinite stamina. Definitely not as much stamina as,
Game's hard.
You just go for it.
Game is hard. All right,
Ты
last
смотришь на
side
трек и думаешь, ну все, сейчас я выложусь на максимум, а потом думаешь,
So we did kind of build
а
in a
там же
bridge
еще
in
концовка
this
будет.
section just in case.
Мне нужно сохранить
Had a
стамину.
feeling.
Nice.
You might recognize these artists.
Wow, okay.
This is from the current version of 2DX. I was lucky that Zaya already had a chart for this mostly or completely done, and he was like, yeah, you can use it. So this is, I think, much more of like what a standard sight read friendly chart would look like.
Так, что-то
It's
простое мы
complicated for
закинули,
sure. It's
чисто
not easy by any
почилить.
means, but we're not really trying to throw the player for a loop so much.
Have you played this 2DX chart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ну, по кайфу, чё.
Yeah, I love the concept of pulling songs from other rhythm games and then kind of paying homages to the original charts in the 4-panel chart.
I thought you did a really good job with that with the last chart, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Because I think, especially the post speed up, like it's really exactly like that.
О, ускорилось.
Which is saved very fast.
Yeah. It's a little bit of effort you put in for the people who will understand what's going on.
Right.
Not bad. It's fun.
Yeah, only 11
It's got a
points.
14 part.
Seems pretty normal.
Only 2 notes off the perfect score.
Common demo W.
Yeah.
Ой, пропустил.
You can
Ничего,
tell he's getting
бывает.
tired because those feet didn't quite come up enough for the jumps. We're still going. We're still going. We gotta finish out the sight read.
I love the syncopation on this.
Yeah, it's
So cute.
Ooh, those bursts.
And just because it's quote unquote easier than the other ones doesn't mean it doesn't have spice.
Switching back and forth between duple and triple patterns, kind of like
Качественные
30-second
треки,
notes
конечно.
and 12 notes.
It's
Really,
complicated.
really hard. Yeah. Very, very precise.
It's a lot of brain training for it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Еее.
5 and change.
5x and change. Yeah.
36 not bad. too.
High double star. Low 99.
Calves are starting to cramp.
Yeah.
Oh no. That's a really good score on a
Those
sight
are all really insane
For a
sight
sight
reads.
read, yeah.
Yeah.
Итак, его ждет еще один трек. И после него, возможно, еще один трек.
We got Matt Silver. Do we get anything else? Any donations we want to read before we go into Matt Silver? Because
We're still
oh my
we're,
goodness, Matt Silver.
we're still working on getting generator. We are just over $4,000 out of the $15,000 that we need to meet that. Yeah, donation again. These donations are
Как
coming
нам
in
уже
faster than
рассказали
the ones on
ранее,
this chart.
этот трек
Let's see, what
не
do I have
могут
here?
выполнить самые
Andrew B
сильные
with
профи.
$50. Go demo. Love me some GDQ rhythm showcases. Donating to see more with that bonus incentive. I've got $1,000 from Anonymous. More charts. More charts. Yes, please. I've got another $1,000.
Есть
from
шансы, что ему
Anonymous.
задонатят еще 10
Dimo,
тысяч.
you're amazing. Let's get those sight read bonus charts. Thanks to all those who make GDQ
И
happen.
мы увидим какой-то генератор.
PDR Neil sends in $100. Look at this demo being healthy and stepping accurately while I watch in amazement and eat potato chips. Thank you for being such a great inspiration to our StepMania community. Fox Die sent in $250. Let's go StepMania. Kill it, Demo. And Rio sent in $25. Donate so Demo's feet go.
It is a thing that they do.
Tina, how are you feeling right now?
Terrible.
Where are you
Absolutely
getting
terrible.
Where are you getting this energy?
The chat. Everyone anonymous donating, 2,000. We got all the people in the community donating from across rhythm games. It's the energy in the crowd right now.
Just cross
I'm trying
5K
to
for
use my-
generator.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man, it's coming. It's coming.
coming.
Your legs better be ready.
I'm
This
sorry,
man is
6K
operating
for
on pure
generator
adrenaline.
already.
Wow.
Oh lord.
I'm
At
trying to
least-
use the Theragun chat. I'm trying to use the Theragun.
We're recovering.
Listen, after the set is over, you get to like stretch and sit down and maybe eat some potato chips of your own. So
Yeah, maybe
putting
let's
all that
get,
energy in.
maybe
Let's
let's
go.
get one more in, and then we'll kind of put him through Matt Silver.
Put him through Matt Silver. He did it himself. This is his job.
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You go. You go.
Yeah, Fries with $100. I love StepMania, and this game has added so much value to my life, and it's mostly because of the people I've met through it. If people tell you online friends aren't real, tell them to play StepMania. Lol. Much love to Dimo, Vincent, Telperion, and Toph. Y'all are making so much history right now, and I'm so glad to be able to witness it.
I want to stress that Fries is international. He's across the ocean from
Shout out
us.
to the Philippines. Gab, I love you. Every day it keeps getting better.
There are people that play this game around the world.
Let's go, Matt Silver.
Погнали. Супер
As the
жесткий
script said,
трек.
Timo's magnum opus, for sure.
And why is that?
There's a part.
There's a pattern.
There are some patterns in this.
There's patterns already. I mean, we have foot switches, brackets right out of the gate. But there's a particular section of the
О,
song
ну естественно
where
это
you really have to get over to the other
Арбас.
side.
This pattern is definitely, forget the rules. I don't care how hard it is. We're just going for it.
And it does resolve. You just have to be extremely experienced and
Последний спам,
Yeah,
чат.
also
Последний
definitely a pattern where
спам.
if you get lost, I think,
Может быть,
look at
предпоследний.
this pattern.
Но мы очень близки.
On your feet, mind you. And then turn it around, other way.
sorry, he comboed it? He comboed it? What?
Okay. And dude, these crossovers just like whipping you back and forth.
That part was where I die usually. And he's got a combo. He hasn't missed a note in the song yet. He's got 9
Кажется,
change.
кто-то подготовился.
And dude, these purple notes breaking the 16th over them, also very hard to be precise with.
And then one of the scariest things that is done in tech charts these days.
У него
the
комбо.
foot switch check. What is this? If you get off by one note, you can get
Один
missed
мисс.
and die.
I mean, well, it looks like he handled that fine.
That didn't happen. He did not die.
Unlucky.
The run is safe.
2 мисса.
But there's more pattern.
This literally looks like a keyboard chart. It looks made up.
Yeah.
And a couple visual gimmicks just to make sure you're paying attention.
Attention check.
Oh,
Rhythm
Жесть.
change there. Look at those Brandon foot switches and the stutters.
И
Wow.
конец.
I'll take it.
That was an insane one-off run.
yeah, I thought you were tired.
Джи...
I am. I got
Джиз.
all over.
97,
Oh,
69.
this incentive is gonna do things to you.
I'm not gonna do it.
Oof.
I don't know.
Yeah, where are we at with generator?
Yep, this is our moment.
We are about to cross $10,000 toward generator. We can close this gap, chat. I know we can do it.
Yeah, let's
Стронги, реально
I think we have some
стронги.
more time for donations.
We do.
Timo's
We
catching
do.
his breath a little bit,
Yep,
right?
gotta get that Theragun back out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I got you covered there.
And stay hydrated.
Yep.
Viva Lamu sends in another $100. All right.
Oh my god.
I knew Demo was gonna pop off, but even knowing the charts will continue to get harder and seeing how incredible this play has been, I'm just gonna donate more, just cause to support the cause. Cheers, everyone. Proud of y'all.
Осталось 5000.
Thank you, Steven.
Сколько они будут ждать этих
Turk
5000,
sent
интересно?
in $100. King Demo. Love the tech showcase and the community showcase.
Он
Feels
взял
like
массажер
human beats.
в руки.
Sega Genesis
Ему надо реально размять мышцы,
Sega
да.
Genesis sent in $50. Demo, you're an amazing dance
Это
game
может быть
player
опасно
and
для
an even more
здоровья.
amazing friend. You were one of the
Aw.
first people I ever met in this community, and it makes me so happy for
Надеемся,
the
что
world to see
нет.
how phenomenal you are. Go off, bro.
Love you, Sega.
Love you so much, Sega. Thank you for the kind words. Proud to be your friend.
JT Vandenbree with the comment, oops, my finger slipped. Did I win? Well, that's $1,573. So,
Wow. Oh my god.
maybe.
Your friends all want to see you just like collapse on the pads apparently.
Yeah. The
Все мои
problem is with
друзья
long
хотят,
run,
чтобы я тут развалился
like if
просто
I physically can't move
насмерть.
my legs, I'm done. And right now, I half pulled my groin, so not the best thing to happen during
Кажется, он
charity
потянул
marathon, but I'm trying to theorize that right now. So feel free to read
паховую
like one or two
часть.
more.
Yeah, we're across the, oh my God, just crossed $12,000 while I was reading 12-1, almost 12-2, it's flying. DDR Kebby sent in $100.
Не
Older
мудрено.
dance game player here, and it's amazing to see dance games represented once again at GDQ. So happy to see these style of charts finally being showcased. Love it, and great job to Demo and the Couch.
Помолимся за парня.
12-5, 12-6. I'm having trouble keeping up. Make my job harder.
They want to see you suffer.
Telkion sent in $5.73. Thanks for playing my charts. I'm glad to have been a part of this game for the last 3 years. Just crossed 13K, 13-1. Oh my goodness. Sore sent in $20. Hey GDQ chat and Demo, I wrote Flying Castle. I'm not sorry.
Sorry, did Lapis get iPad yet?
Oh God, 13-4, already still climbing, 13-7, 14-2, as I'm flying by.
Whoa.
Oh my, sorry.
Деньги так и льются просто.
I have got Edward Crowley.
Стамина РПГ называется трек. Реально РПГ, реально стамина.
Keep on being awesome, runners. If this is read out loud, hi Kenton.
Да какие чашечки. Ему заказывают трек за треком. У него эстимейт, наверное, уже 2 часа должен быть.
With $10 as a DDR player who has cancer running in the family, it's amazing to see Demo stomping it on the dance pad. Thank you. Sincerely, Dangerous Dancing Rico, DDR. Oh my goodness, 14-8. Come on.
И задонатили. Чел поднял миллионы просто этому ГДК. И он еще сколько-то задонатит.
Oh my god.
So, thank you so much for all the hype, all the love during the first time we were doing tech on GDQ. All I can say about this song that you're about to see is I'm not going to clear. And I hate to be a buzzkill, but I've only ever cleared it once in my life. The world record on it,
всего один раз
the
прошел.
stamina accuracy god is a 94. My score is a 75. So, once again, I repeat,
мой счет
I am
75.
not going to clear the song. If I do, it'll be a miracle.
Если я смогу пройти,
But you know what?
это будет
We're gonna see what
чудо.
a 17 looks like after seeing a sea of 14. So, if nothing else, I hope you're impressed. I'll probably do some shout-outs at the end, and we'll call it a run. So, thank you so much for all the hype. This is my absolute limit, so if that's interesting to you, that's what you just donated to see.
All right, let's get it.
Yep. Thanks for sticking with us. I didn't actually think we'd beat all these. So let's talk about the STAM tech scene a little bit. All right. So we kind of mentioned, like, we saw a little bit of tech mods. We saw how, like, the two communities can merge and create a chart that uses elements of both. What is STAM tech?
STAM tech is, I feel like stamina and tech used to be very separate, but really stamina is something that's relevant in all disciplines of 4-panel play, right? You need stamina to play tech stuff. And this is just pushing the limits of stamina within tech, right? Pushing the limits of speed within tech.
And this is a chart that, so a lot of the charts that were in the main set were charts that might pop up in head-to-head tournaments, and people were expected to get, like, you walk up, you do your one run on it, you try once, you get a score, and it better be a good score.
Yeah.
Charts like this, you have 3 or more months to grind out, play over and over and over again, and get your best possible run. Because it's not expected that you'll be able to do it reliably.
You would be rewarded, and like you're so lucky to even just get a single clear on it, regardless of the score.
Yeah. So it's a really short song. If I fail, it's going to be in the middle, like beginning middle. So I will try it a few times. So we'll restart a couple times, see how in shape I am at the end, and go into this.
Может быть, он говорит пару раз зарестартит, но...
It's a 19 out of 20 on that scale, but even within the 19s, it's considered super hard. This is a 17. I don't think even.
Скорее всего, я не пройду этот трек. Я прошел его всего один раз.
It's a Skittles chart, and Skittles is known for no holds barred kind of charting.
Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Чё за спам пошел?
255 ppm.
This is the same speed as that one sight read song.
255 BPM.
Когда музыка уже превращается в
Here
кашу.
are crossovers, but at this speed, it's so hard to turn your body that fast. So just to get through it, right? Getting through is hard enough. We just opt to double step it to get through it.
We have a death run here.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Push, 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 push.
Get
Push.
through this, get through this. Yep.
Let's go, let's go. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Погибает.
No,
ХП кончается.
Oh, might be alive. Let's go.
Еще живой, еще живой. А-а-а.
That was the first really
He is
hard
dead.
Yeah. Definitely after playing all this tech at that difficulty
Multiple
with that level of
14s.
timing, yeah, it
И
definitely
это
does a
только
number.
половина.
I'll keep showing you the chart though.
Yeah, we'll look through it.
But I did fail there.
Yep, the life bar on the left is drained to 0%. We'll turn on autoplay.
Он попробует
just
еще
so it's
пару
less
раз.
distracting.
Oh, dude, these patterns of
these
this beat are
patterns.
aggressive.
It just keeps going.
It doesn't stop.
Some cheeky crossovers if you want to do them.
I feel like not that many people in the world have even passed this.
You can see the leaderboard up there, yeah.
Under 30,
Yeah.
less than 30, or around 30, yeah. Definitely less than 50 people in the world have even
I
gone
have not
through
passed it.
I don't think I've even played it. Why would you inflict pain on yourself intentionally?
To get better at the game.
That's true.
Летите, если он с этим
As long as
справится,
it's a
это, конечно, да.
constructive pain, you know.
A constructive pain.
Should we play Meteorite? What do you think?
Yeah, let's play Meteorite.
Let's get Meteorite.
How do you feel?
I feel like the game for us. Okay.
Wow.
It was busy generating.
Yeah. So again, like, I know we pushed for that, but like, I literally physically cannot do that. However,
Он не сможет
I
это
can show you a
сделать.
15, which I can definitely pass. So gonna do a 15, then we'll do some shoutouts. Do we have time, game and shout?
Yeah, it looks like you got time.
Okay, amazing. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. This sounds terrifying.
It's very hard. It's harder than anything I've played, but it's also not generated.
Where's the downbeat?
Is there a downbeat?
It is an interesting.
Ну что ж, это последний забег.
This is a genre
Вот это 100% последний забег. Других забегов не будет. Спидранер больше не может танцевать. 1,5 часа
It
прошло.
focuses on polyrhythm and just a lot of mixed rhythms in general. So
Так, ну это похоже на какую-то кастрюльную музыку.
Kind of song I would admit,
Типа
I
ложку в
would've
кастрюлю
played
засунули.
back in the day.
I think this actually comes to us
Дырин-дырин-дырин-дырин.
from the OSU community. It was one of the.
Oh wow.
It was, I think, I don't know. if
Ну,
it
по
was
крайней
like
мере, на
the
мой
song or
слух.
final song in some tournament that was run.
Break Trials is it 2L?
2L. Yeah.
2L, yeah.
2L has a big presence in the BMS community, the music source, also in the OSU community these days.
Yes, another thing about like timing these
Просто
situations
здесь
I wanna
нет
talk about
музыки,
is
здесь
that
просто
a lot of
сплошной
new
бит.
players see this as like too fast and it's like hard to keep up. At this level, it's actually because the syncopation is so like frequent. There's actually a lot of space between the notes. It's actually a really common problem to play things too fast and to not give the note spacings the respect that's there. So
Rush.
yeah. It's very common in upper level play to rush everything and to like hit a note as soon as it arrives on the screen, rather than trying to place it, you know, delicately with the tempo of the music.
В любом случае, последний джем.
Small 200 BPM stream. Some brackets.
And this is the type of chart where it's exactly what I'm talking about, where like it fatigues my body so much that I lose the rhythmic accuracy. Yeah.
Профессиональный игрок, что
This is,
сказать.
first of all, too fast for you to keep up with. Secondly, too intense physically. And third, just gosh darn complicated.
What are these rhythms?
Я не знаю, это невозможно слушать.
What are these? What is going on?
Типа трц-трц-трц-трц-трц-трц.
Yeah, this is like a percussionist's dream. or something.
Yeah.
Nightmare, maybe.
Or nightmare.
Definitely a dream.
Ну зато ты молодость хорошо прожил. Весело.
That is definitely some WGI level rhythms.
That was insane.
Oh my god, 6 mix.
В любом случае он справился. Это финальная клапа. ГГ. Клап.
Almost a PB. Almost a PB.
Almost star.
Almost
I'll
there.
take almost star at this point. At this point in the run. Just throwing stuff out.
Oh, thanks. Okay. We can call time there. Thank you so much to Game and Shout, production team, chat. I wanted to go through just a couple shout-outs. Is that okay? Anything else you wanted to say before I go to some shout-outs? Game and Shout?
Взял лист в руки. Он хочет поблагодарить людей.
First off, let me turn down the game volume. Second off, foremost, thank all of the creators of the stages we played.
Спасибо тем, кто создал те уровни, которые я прошел.
Comms team, there's no CEO, there's nothing really going on. It's just a bunch of devs who contribute to the community, a bunch of folks who
Спасибо всем чувакам, всем разрабам, всем, кто стримит, всем, кто привлекает внимание к этому делу. И он по имени, соответственно, их перечисляет. По никнеймам. Это мать у него сидит.
Grandfather, aunt, and fiance's mom. Love you all. Spooty Biscuit, thank you for encouraging me to apply to GDQ. Thanks for the encouragement. Love you, man. Thanks for the advice as well. My couch, especially Vincent for being in town. Telperian for not being anxious. Tope for getting married. So proud of you all, and thank you for being a part of this.
Спасибо, чуваки, вы все крутые. За то, что кто-то пришел, за то, что кто-то женился. Всем спасибо. И спасибо, естественно, вам за то, что вы смотрели, хайпели, ажиотажили, дэнсили. Если вам интересен этот дэнсер, зафоловьтесь, естественно.